Thanks to the advantage of 21st century technology, we can take a look at some of the sites in this part of San Francisco to get an idea of what the buildings that once stood there a century or more ago might look like if they were still there today. We'll start with one of my favorites, the Cliff House. The third iteration we see today was built in 1909, having had renovations done in the early 2000s, and this is the version that's been there the longest. Sadly, the Cliff House in Sutro closed in December of 2020 during the pandemic. I've had a lot of great times at this place. I missed the popovers, the mimosas, the live music on Friday nights, and this was a hell of a date spot too. So hopefully it will open again one day soon.
Baby, come back.
Prior to 1909, there were two buildings there before it. The first Cliff House that was built in 1863, which burned down on Christmas Day in 1894, and then there was this one. The second version of the Cliff House, which was completed in 1896. This massive 8-story Victorian castle of sorts was sponsored by Adolf Sutro, and it had the works. Fancy dining and dancing rooms, art galleries, an observation tower, an upper floor open-air veranda. It was truly an icon of the Gilded Age of San Francisco, and even hosted presidents such as William McKinley and Teddy Roosevelt, among many other notable guests of the time. However, this building barely lasted 11 years and burned down in September of 1907, even after surviving the 1906 earthquake which devastated the rest of the city. I often come down to this spot on the beach and wonder what it would look like to see that colossal property still standing up there. Most of the historical images we'll be seeing in the show appear courtesy of OpenSFHistory.org. Their info is below, and there will be links in the description to check out OpenSF History, Outside Lands, and a few other sites for more of the fascinating history of this city. For the sake of brevity, this show will just cover a few select locations. Moving just north of the Cliff House, we find the current-day Sutro Baths ruins. This time we'll use my patent-pending glass sphere of seeing old buildings and stuff. Admittedly not a great name and it's kind of cheesy, so we'll just do it this once. But if we go back over 120 years, the Sutro Baths would have looked more like this. The Sutro Baths was another San Francisco marvel of the previous turn of the century. This glass-roofed public bath and entertainment hotspot of the day had 7 swimming pools filled by tidewater, along with slides, diving boards, trampolines, and a museum of interesting artifacts from all over the world. There was even a train which ran along the former Land's End Trail, which made it easier for visitors to come from the east side of the city. As time went on, the property became an ice rink, and then finally in 1966 it closed and burned down, suspiciously so according to some. And then in 1980 the National Park Service bought the property to preserve the ruins that we still see today. The ruins in Land's End along the northwest end of the peninsula have a rustic and romantic look to them, so it's no surprise that this is a very popular location for wedding photography.